Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am, of course, your host, Aaron, and today we're talking about WWE Smackdown. This took place on December 5th, 2025, at the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. So you might say, hey, the 8 Minutes with Aaron studio looks a little bit weird. That is because I am in my parents' basement, but that can't stop the show. So first off, it started with Drew McIntyre arriving at SmackDown, and Nick Aldis and a bunch of security came out and they're like, no, 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 you're not supposed to be here. You're suspended. Get the fuck out of here. And Drew's like, hey, come on. Paul Heyman said this, that, and the other thing. Cody Rhodes came from behind, jumped in the car, beat the shit out of him like Drew did to him on the tour bus, and then Drew left the arena. Cody made his way to the ring and said, Nick Aldis, you need to unsuspend Drew McIntyre so I can beat his ass and stomp him in the ground like a cockroach. And that was the end of the segment. Later on in the show, Nick Aldis and Cody would meet up again, where it would be Ricky Saints and Oba, whatever his last name is. And they were meeting because the winner of that match on Saturday would face Cody Rhodes at main event. Cool. I think it's going to be Ricky Saints. That'd be a great fight. The first match tonight was Elo versus Carmelo Hayes, that United States Championship Open Challenge. And before the match, Carmelo Hayes ran into DIY and called them jackasses, which probably wasn't pretty good. All right, there was actually a really good match, a good back and forth. Uh, Carmelo Hayes at the end was going to hit something called like nothing but net, but it looks like it was cut off short as what is his name? Tommaso Ciampa tripped him off the rope. Ilya Dragunov took the advantage, even though he didn't see it, and did his like big kick, and then they did the H bomb. 1, 2, 3. Here was your winner and still champion, Ilya Dragunov. And after the match, there was another backstage segment with Fraxium with Nick Aldis, and they're like, hey, we gotta do something about DIY. And then Ilya Dragunov's like, yeah, he's screwing around with the prestige of the United States Championship. So next week is going to be Ilya Dragunov versus Tommaso Ciampa, and then Fraxium will get their match against DIY. I don't think Tommaso Ciampa is going to win. All right, we had Charlotte and Alexa Blissing having a segment, which was kind of odd. Charlotte put her face down on her spikes and she's like, "Ow, my face," which led us to the next match: Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss. It was like a standard match, a little back and forth. At first, Kairi Sane took the advantage, and then they went to a commercial break during Kairi Sane's entrance. That took like 5 minutes. Basically, Asuka took advantage of the ref being distracted and tripped Alexa Bliss, which gave Kairi Sane the advantage again. Then there was another commercial break. Kairi Sane was in control when we got back. A bunch of slaps, a bunch of kicks. And I don't know what I wrote here. Oh, a basement drop kick from Alexa Bliss to Kairi Sane. Then she tried to do a Sister Abigail, but Asuka distracted her. Flair went around and attacked Asuka. Kairi Sane took advantage of that and then went up to the top rope to do her elbow, but took way too long. And when she jumped down, got them to Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss picked up the victory. After the match, Flash Legend and Nia Jax came down to the ring and beat the shit out of everybody, held up the titles, and then threw them at Kairi Sane and Asuka. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, LA Knight was arriving, talking about, hey, I'm going to beat Gunther tonight. LA Knight, yeah. And then we had Jade versus Alba Fire. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this was going to be a squash match, that Jade Cargill was going to murder the shit out of her. Well, that didn't happen at all. Actually, Alba Fire got some good offense on Jade Cargill, which surprised the shit out of me. I had no idea that was going to happen. And then Gulia and Kiana James came in. They were fucking around with Chelsea Green, started beating shit out of her. Alba Fire got distracted. Jade got a kick, then did Jaded or whatever, got the 1, 2, 3, beat Alba Fire. But Alba Fire actually got some advantage on her, and I always hate on Alba Fire, but she did I. All right, then we had the last time is now tournament interview with Gunther. Gunther's like, oh, I'm gonna beat LA Knight tonight, and then John Cena, I'm gonna make you give up, and blah blah blah, I'm gonna make you quit, and all that other shit, because he does this freaking sleep rolls and shit. Jade Cargill ran into B-Fab and Mission in the back. Mission was carrying her fucking kendo stick. She's gonna do shit to Jade. Get the hell out of here. Alright, then we had the MFTs. Yeah, the MFT showed up. Soul Sikoa came in the ring. It was a listen, why you're stupid. This is my show. This is my family. I don't understand what the hell you think you're doing. You ain't like your brother. He made all these references, like saying your brother's dead and you're Bo Dallas. And he said the one line that I hated. But you know what? Soul Sikoa made me love it. He said, I'm going to make you believe. And I hope he makes him believe that he's a piece of shit and that he should leave the WWE because I do not like the Wyatts. Of course, the lights went out when the MFTs left the ring and Solo was by himself. In came Bo Dallas and started fighting with Solo, and then everybody got in the ring, and then it led to Talatanga and Rowan having a stare off because they're the two biggest dudes in the freaking groups, and they had a like 2 second like punch back and forth. Talon going over the top rope, and that was it. Everybody holds him back. All right, now we can talk about the main event, which was Gunther vs. LA Knight in the John Cena's Last Man tournament. Blah blah blah. Now, let's just roll back a little bit when John Cena said that at this Saturday Night main event, he wants the people from NXT to face the stars of WWE. He is facing a 30-some-odd-year-old, maybe close to 40, Gunther for this match, or LA Knight, who's definitely in his 40s. So who is really getting like the rub to that they're the next person to lead the WWE? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I wrote a lot of notes, and I'm probably not going to be able to remember. But let's go over this. All right, so basically it started off real hot. Both of them got a lot of offense in. Gunther tried to hit a powerbomb. LA Knight countered. He tried to get a BFT. Gunther rolled out of the ring. LA Knight did a baseball slide out of the ring, hit him. Commercial break. There was a slow control back and forth between LA Knight and Gunther. Gunther had him when he came in the ring. A bunch of chops and punches. He tried to grab him in a sleeper hold, but LA Knight was quick to like toss him over and like do like a back suplex. Then Gunther again. They both got up. He tried to hit each other. Then LA Knight hit an AA. Sweet, yeah, that was nice. He hit an AA, and then he hit like a torture rack like slam. I can't remember what the fuck that's called, like a torture slam. Let's just say that. He got a 2 count, and then Gunther got back to his feet. He got more offensive in. They both like came off the ropes, hit a double clothesline. Both of them were down. You know, they fought, getting up. You know, trading punches. LA Knight was able to get to the top rope, got Gunther, or tried to get Gunther in a back suplex, couldn't get him down. Gunther like knocked him down. He did like 2 splashes and shit like that. There was a nice DDT in there by LA Knight. Gunther then grabbed him like to go for a sleeper hold, and LA Knight reversed him to BFT for a 2 count. Gunther was able to get his foot on the rope to break the pin. That was crazy. I thought LA Knight actually had the victory in hand. Gunther got a powerbomb, 2 count. And then, of course, Gunther got another sleeper on him. And then after like all this work on his neck and slaps and the punches, Gunther starts seeing that LA Knight was like holding his neck and shit like that. So he just kept focusing on left and right and left and right. And then, Gunther got him in another like sleeper hold. Got the legs wrapped around him. LA Knight was able to break out of it. But then Gunther got him like in like some weird STF move where like grabbed his face like this. I can't really show you. And LA Knight eventually tapped out, and Gunther is now going to face John Cena. Now, I can't give ups and downs because I forgot my thing, and I also forgot if I was going to give ups and downs, but I'm going to give this whole WWE SmackDown a down. It is a down. We had the shitty Wyatts, we had Gunther win, who shouldn't have won, and I don't know what else. I don't know. Who were we missing on SmackDown? I can't remember. Anyway, my name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me at the 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time with more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye.